Hello there, this is Retro Spirits Gaiden, and this is Under Defeat, and this is the Deluxe Edition, and this is on the Xbox 360. And this is a conversion of a helicopter-based, vertically scrolling shoot-'em-up, which came out on the Dreamcast many moons ago now. I don't know when this game was converted to the old 360, let's have a look. 2012, so it came out on the Dreamcast, the Jeep Grass. My mouth went all funny there. In 2005, so the Jeep Grass was a classic console, and the Xbox 360 is a classic console. A newly arranged widescreen mode. Looks like you've got lots of options here, and I'm not going to fiddle with too many of them. Okay, aspect ratio. Got your wallpapers. You got your controls. I don't know. There's lots of stuff there, and it's all very looks all very detailed. But anyway, you've got a tiny window in the middle of a 16:9 screen in which the game exists. I shouldn't have picked normal there. I should have picked reverse. That's the first mistake I've made on this video. Okay, this is, like I said, a helicopter-based scrolling shoot-'em-up, and it looks kind of tidy. You've got some fairly detailed graphics. You've got hanging smoke. Yeah, I'm going to have to change the controls there because I needed to put it in reverse mode. So what happens there is if you press left and right when you're not pressing fire, your helicopter kind of fires at an angle. And with reverse, it goes the opposite direction to your D-pad. And that's the sensible way of doing it. If you have it the other way around, it follows the direction of your D-pad, which to my mind is the wrong way of doing it. So it's like a strafey kind of strafey manoeuvre, but reverse seems to work better for me. You can choose your own. I recommend reverse as the default. Anyway, you got some sort of jazz rock stylings in your ears, which, you know, is forgettable. Wouldn't ever describe it as pleasant. You have, let's say, hanging smoke. You have lots of detail. You have trees that blow in the wind and react to large explosions. Although the trees themselves look a bit like blancmanges, other not really trees. Look at that kind of shrapnel particle smoke effect. That's cool. You've got lots of beige coloured tanks and helicopters. You have an option, so much in the same way as a Sikyo game. Oh, there's a smart bomb, which didn't kill anything, which is handy. Much the same way as a Sikyo game, if you let go of the fire button for a while, you charge up the use of an option, and the next time you press the fire button, it launches said option. And your option has 3 different firing modes. So one is machine gun, one is like a grenade launcher, and one is a rocket launcher. At the moment I've got rocket launcher, so it comes on, fires one massive rocket, and blows up, which is quite useful for doing heavy damage. And here's the boss, and he's going to fly straight into me like I was nothing. It's rather embarrassing. I've had the original Dreamcast version of this game, and I gotta say, I don't think it looks any different to this. I think the Dreamcast version has all these particle effects in exactly the same way, has all the reflection stuff that you can see in the puddles there in the same way, and has the same soundtrack. And indeed, the Dreamcast version comes in multiple flavours, so you get a deluxe edition on that too. And I'm not sure what comes in the deluxe edition for that, as my version was the standard edition. On the Xbox, this is going to cost you between 10 and 20 quid probably at the moment. It was that kind of price when it came out, and you get 2 discs in the box. Don't know what's on the other disc. And on the Dreamcast one, I seem to remember the deluxe edition came with a sticker and a soundtrack. It was something weird like that. so you're not really missing out, I don't think, because the soundtrack's not particularly nice, is it? You'll notice that all these ships have like wires and stuff, and when you shoot things, the wires kind of disconnect and hang down, which is really groovy. And there's lots of shrapnel landing in the water, making like splashes. But all that stuff is on the Dreamcast version, so the Dreamcast version is pretty cool. And I do recommend the DC version, although I don't own it. I remember it being really, really groovy and exactly like this. But here we've got the Xbox 360 version, and it's just as groovy. It's a fun little old school, really, style shoot 'em up. Just happens to have 3D graphics, and it, like I said before, it plays quite a bit like a Gunbird or a Strikers 1945. We're going to go back to the title screen, and we're going to look at some of these options, and we're going to rotate the view so that it fits the screen. Here we go. So we've got bigger graphics. Still doesn't do the whole the 16:9 thing though. It's kind of like it fills a lot of the screen, but not all of it. It's just too many options. Just don't know what I'm doing. There's nothing more interesting than a video for someone navigating an options screen and they don't really know what they're looking at or looking for, so they just keep moving up and down. This is high entertainment. We're now loading. Okie dokie. Pick reverse. Pick reverse, thank you. It's also a 2-player game, look. Although no one I know wants to play this game because it's too tower, really. Yeah, my controls are balked. I need to change the controls. Let's crack on. Let's crack on. Come on. It's a rather annoying sound effect. Every time a menu loads, you get like a massive siren noise. Jesus Christ. Nearly 90% of this video now is me navigating the menus, isn't it? So that's exciting. YouTube, I hope you're enjoying this. It's torturous. The menus are torturous in this. Can we get back to the game, please? For cock's sake. Okay, here we go. Let's hope this works a bit better. Yeah, so you can rotate the controls. If you can rotate your screen, and I'm playing this on a computer monitor on a rotatable stand, you can rotate the controls to match the screen that you're using. So that's all cool. You can see the graphics a bit clearer here. You can see that the explosions on the floor are decals just placed. Oh, died already. You can see that the smoke is badly kind of alphaed out at the edges. It looks a bit weirder at this kind of scale. Obviously the Dreamcast version was at 640 by 480, and this is 1080p, so you're going to see a lot more detail in the Xbox 360 version, but I believe it's all present in the Dreamcast edition. And probably with the standard definition, those hanging smoke particles probably look a bit better. It's just that you can see how they work a bit more on the old Xbox, and the effect does fall apart a little bit. But hey, those trees still look like blancmanges, so we're all good. Yeah, they're not very tree-like, are they? But they do move in relation to explosions that happen around them. So that's all groovy. This game is sort of difficult, actually. I don't think I made it off level 4, and I don't know how many levels there are. But I do find this game quite hard, and you've got limited continues. So you're not going to continue your way to the end of the game. You're going to have to practice and get good at it. Which could be an enjoyable thing to do. Because I think it probably is doable with that many lives, because it's one of those games where you have to learn where everything is, like R-Type. I guess if you've got the time to put into it, it becomes fairly easy after a while. You have to be a bit of a fan of military hardware as well, I guess, to get the most out of this game. I prefer games with a little bit more cartoony graphics, really, and then this kind of hardcore war, kind of war machine fetish thing that they've got going on here. But it does look groovy. Look at that Smoke Trials. Like I said, I think the Dreamcast version is exactly the same. I don't think this is any better than that. So, yeah. I recommend you get a copy. And if you've got a Dreamcast and you want to spend between 70 and 140 quid for whatever version you want, I recommend it on the Dreamcast too. So, there we go. Yeah, that's Under Defeat. So, just play a bit more of level 2 and enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Alright, ta-ra.